Hey guys, my name's Colin with Magargee Films, and today I'm going to show you how to do a speaker bounce transition in Adobe Premiere Pro. So this transition is really good if you want your videos to stand out and you want to get away from the typical transitions that you see in a lot of other videos, like the zoom in transition and the luma fade transition. Now I like to use this transition in videos that are more higher pace, such as fitness videos, sports videos, or car videos. Now I like to call this transition a speaker bounce transition because it looks like a speaker bouncing in and out when the music is really loud and playing really fast, which makes it a great transition to use when you're trying to emphasize big drops or important moments in your video. So let's get started and I'll show you how to build this transition yourself. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is open up your Premiere Pro project. Put all your clips in the timeline in the order that you want. You can see I've got mine down here. We've got some car, we've got some workout, and then we've got some off-roading desert shots. So we're going to add some speaker bounce transitions to make those look a little bit more cool. You can see I've also put markers right here. This is the edits where I want to put those transitions. You don't have to do that. That's just something that helps me. So the first one is going to be right here where this car is driving by and then we get a close-up shot of this Mustang. So what I want to do is I want that transition to hit on the very beginning of this clip right here. Now you can put this transition either at the end of the clip or the beginning of the next clip, but for this one I think I'm going to put it on the beginning of this clip. So what you want to do is click on your clip, hold Option, click and drag, and that will duplicate the layer up top. So now you have two of the same clips right on top of each other. Now what you want to do is drag this towards the beginning until it's about 5 frames right there. Perfect. Now we're going to go to our effects window and we're going to type transform, and under distort you have this transform. Go ahead and drag that onto the top clip like that. Perfect. And then we're going to go into effects control. Open up this little window right here, and that's going to give you it's going to show you your keyframes. So what you're going to want to do is go to the beginning of this clip and come down to transform where it says scale, and you're going to click this stopwatch to make a keyframe, and then you're going to go another frame by pushing the arrow and make another keyframe, and another over 1 frame, another for all 5 of those. Okay, perfect. So the first one we're going to zoom in and we're going to go let's go 118. Perfect. And then the next one we're going to come back and maybe we'll go 108. And then the next one we'll go back to 118. Oops, clicking here, 118. Good. Next keyframe, maybe we'll leave that at 100 just to bring it all the way back to its original position. Auto saving, okay. And then the last keyframe, we're going to go ahead and zoom that in to 118. Perfect, just like that. Great. So now if we play this through, we click over here and we watch this, you kind of get that little bouncing jitter effect. So that's pretty cool. Okay, now one thing that we can do to make this a little bit better is right here where it says use composition shutter angle, we're going to uncheck that and we're going to crank it up to 180. And you can see that put a little bit of blur, like a zoom radial type blur. And now when we play this, you kind of get a little bit more shake and more motion blur, lens blur, like it looks like the camera it's just is moving a little bit more. Kind of makes it more realistic. And then when you add your sound effects and stuff, it's gonna look a lot better. So let's try one on the fitness clips. So here's some fitness clips. Guys doing some bear crawls, side crawls. Okay, and now this shot here where it's focusing on the one guy and it goes to the group, let's put one right there. And on this one, we're gonna put it on the first clip. So same thing, click on the clip option, drag it up, right there. And we're gonna make this 5. You can make it longer, shorter, whatever your preference is. I like 5. I think it just is the right amount of time for me. Perfect. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go into our effects, type transform, distort, transform, and we're going to click and we're going to drag that on there. Perfect. And now in our effects control, go down to transform and click the stopwatch for scale, make a keyframe, then use your arrow keys to go over one more frame, another keyframe, over a frame, make a frame, over, make a keyframe, over, last one. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So the first one, let's try 120. See how that looks. And then move over. Maybe we'll make this one 100. And then we'll go in here and we'll make this 115. Next keyframe. Then we're going to make this maybe 105. And the last one, we'll go ahead and make that 120. I like to make the last frame the most zoomed in, just because when this frame is over and you go on to your next clip, you kind of have a more dramatic, there's a bigger difference, I guess, from zoomed in to normal. So cool. We're going to go down, we're going to turn the composition shutter angle off, and we're going to do 180, and let's see how that looks. Yeah, so you get like a nice, subtle. You can play around with it, maybe make it a little bit longer, maybe you can zoom in a little bit more, but the general idea is right there. Okay, and then for the last example, we have some dirt bikers off-roading out here in the hills. Pretty cool little landscape. And then next they're duning out here in the sand dunes, which is really rad. Pretty cool shot. Okay, cool. So I want mine to happen on the beginning of this clip right here, where they're going right across this little ridge. So I'm going to click, hold option, click and drag it above, and that's really long, so I'm just going to cut it and delete that, and now we'll make this down to 5. Okay, so I've already made this transition 2 times. So instead of making it over again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this one, the first one, because I liked that one the best. I'm going to click transform, which this effect is right here. Command C if you're on a Mac, or Control C if you're on a PC, to copy it. And then we'll go over here to this effect and click on it, and then do Command V. And then boom, our transition is on there. So now we can back up just a little bit and let's play it through. Nice. I like that. That's a cool little transition. It kind of looks like a speaker bouncing stuff. So yes, you can play around with that, add some sound effects, add some music, make these transitions where the beat drops or there's really intense spots in your song, and it'll add a lot to your video. If you're interested in downloading my preset for the speaker bounce transition, check out the description below. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it useful, and we'll see you in the next one.